This is, the one of 2 days of the season where we get to hear from all these guys. And here was Sean Payton, thoughts on Bo Nix rookie year.
There were a lot of things to be encouraged about. I had a good visit with him yesterday. His movement skills, some of the things maybe that we didn't even see or forecast coming. His decision making, he's extremely accurate. I've said this before, he's hard to sack, and that's a good trait to have in our league. And then there are things that he's going to look at and grow from and build on, whether it's third down snaps, whether it's pressure snaps. But I'm real encouraged, and I'm glad that he's with us and that it worked out the way it did.
And boy, did it ever work out. I mean, who could have seen this coming, where Bo Nix has the second most passing touchdowns in the history of NFL football for a rookie?
Well, Sean saw it coming when he made the statement that some people are going to, before the draft, when he said, hey, some people are going to make this harder than it has to be. And that's what he was pretty much talking about. He was talking about Bo Nix and how they were going to take Bo Nix, and Sean fell in love with Bo Nix after a workout. It was Sean and George Payton going to an individual workout before the draft with Bo Nix and Troy Franklin. And once the workout was done, Sean and George get into the car. Sean pretty much says, hey, this is our guy. George was the one saying, hey, well, let's
let's go through the process.
Slow down, let's go through the process. And Sean pretty much slapped George and says, no, this is who I want. This is who I want. This is my guy, and he's going to work, and we're going to be able to draft him at number 12. And they did that. They drafted him number 12, and the merge of Bo Nix begins.
Yeah, and I think that he mentioned something in there, Sean Payton did, that is the most underrated stat about Bo's rookie year. And I don't think it can be praised enough, considering his rookie status. The athleticism is great in ways that no one saw coming, even Sean. He admitted it again.
Phenomenal, not great. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. The accuracy,
yeah,
the maturity, all that stuff. But his ability to avoid sacks is the most underrated part of Bo Nix' rookie season.
Being aware, the awareness.
And the listeners who rock with us every day, shout out Sergio, the Staples driver, on my way in. Say, oh, man, I listen to you guys every day. Shout out our drivers, man. Backbone, the backbone of our society. Everything that you pull off a shelf came in from a truck, okay? So shout out all our drivers. But the people who rock with us every day likely have heard me say this, but it bears repeating. I don't have the data yet for the 2024 season, but in the 2023 season, if you did not take a sack on a drive, you were 3 times more likely to score a touchdown. 3 times more likely. Said a different way, if you take a sack on any drive, you were 3 times less likely.
Yeah.
So that's
crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
Because we dwell on interceptions so much with quarterbacks, but sacks. And Bo Nix walked into the league, played 17 games, and took 24 total sacks. You know how many Caleb Williams took?
Let me just go out there. 42.
68.
68.
Can you believe that? That's a real stat?
Yeah, that's a lot of sacks.
They were both
Caleb
rookies.
Williams is hurt. He's going to be hurting in the offseason for a little while.
They were both rookies. One's the number 1 pick. The other was the least thought of quarterback. Caleb Williams took 68 sacks. C.J. Stroud took 52. Geno Smith took 50. And Bo took 24. That was 3rd least sacks in the NFL.
Well, it's the time, the rhythm, the processing. It's Bo Nix being aware when to run, when to throw it out of bounds, when to get rid of the football. It's having an elite line because, guys, we do have an elite line.
That's a fact.
The highest paid offensive line in the NFL right now. And when you have an offensive line that's able to hold up for 3.5, 4 seconds to help your rookie quarterback out and have your rookie quarterback feeling like he can sit in the pocket, set his feet, and throw a accurate ball, like that's what you love to see. So everything's going hand in hand, but Bo Nix' awareness is on point. The IQ is on point, and it's only going to get better as Bo Nix continues to grow, as he goes through the fire and sees different defenses and sees different blitz packages coming at him. It's just about maturing in that level of just playing more. That's it.
What a skill. What a skill. And you're right, he's got that stuff around him to really help him. And that's what you would hope would be in front of a rookie quarterback, is a strong offensive line. Remember we had the conversation before the season started. If you could pick, what would you choose?
Weapons or the offensive line?
Yes, and football is about the trenches. So Bo was put in a a position of.
He was put in a position to be successful.
Definitely.
It came down to Bo Nix doing his part, playing his role, getting rid of the football, making smart decisions, trusting the offensive line, trusting the pieces that he has around him, even though they could be better, just trusting the process with Sean Payton, and that's exactly what he did. The time, the rhythm, the processing, that all was on display this year. Now he needs to continue to do that at a high level and add more to it. Like Sean said, third down, complete some more third down conversions. 2-minute drill. You know I talk about it all the time. I harp about it all the time. The elite quarterbacks kill you in 2 minutes. That's what Bo Nix needs to continue to work on, and that just takes time.
He took the third least sacks in NFL football as a rookie. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay? And there's no wrong answer here because I'm literally putting you on the spot.
There's always a wrong answer, Zach, when it comes down to you.
There was 2 quarterbacks ahead of him.
Yeah.
That took even less sacks. So Bo is third in the league in avoiding sacks. It's the most underrated part of his rookie year. There was 2 quarterbacks that took less sacks. Guess who they were?
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Bingo. Dude, give me freaking knuckles.
Let's go. Let's Bo.
The 2 leading MVP candidates that are playing at the highest level that position saw this year are in the same company as Bo Nix in that kind of valuable stat. Phil, this kid has it. He has it, man.
So he has the it factor.
He has the it factor.
We're winning games because of Bo. Not because
that was another conversation.
Hey, you're winning it because of Bo, not like, hey, you just put into a good situation.
It was are you winning with or are you winning because of?
Yes.
And the Broncos offense was what it was this year. Most successful offense in years here because of Bo. Not just with. Do you agree with that?
I do. I do to a certain point.
Okay.
Because we have to give credit to that offensive line.
No doubt.
They have done a great job, and without them, none of this is going to be possible. That's just a fact for anybody. So I'm going to give Bo his credit because he did a great job, a phenomenal job this year. But that offensive line, the smartest thing that Sean Payton did was shore up that offensive line, secure the offensive line with their money and putting Bo in the best situation possible to take care of him so he can be healthy enough for this next year and years to come.
Yep. And remember the flack that Michael McGlinchey used to get with Russ, protecting for Russ.
Yeah.
And Russ was constantly holding onto the football, escaping the pocket. Bo doesn't do that. Now, Bo does escape the pocket a little too early sometimes, and I'm sure he'll figure that out. But that's not a player who holds onto the football. All of a sudden, we got the best of Mike McGlinchey this year. I'm so excited about this kid. I am so excited about Bo Nix, man, because it feels like all things are possible. Like, could Bo Nix win an MVP one day?
Ooh. I mean, he can. He can. He has the talent. If he gets a couple more pieces, like, he can do it. I'm not ready to go that far, though.
Like in 4 or 5 years when he's completely comfortable, he's got great skill position.
I need to see what I need to see. I need to see more from Bo where it's like, Bo, how did you do that? Like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Like literally every game you're getting something like where it's like, how do they do that? It comes to the point where that's just who they are. That's where I want Bo Nix to get to.
I think he can get there. I really do. Remember the play when he was at Oregon?
I believe he can get there, but he has to show us.
Did Drew Brees win an MVP with
he might have won one with Sean.
I thought he won one. And I think there's a scenario in 4 or 5 years when the skill positions are vastly upgraded, when the run game is vastly upgraded. Hopefully the stability of that offensive line remains that way. He never won one, huh? Okay.
He must have came close.
I mean, winning the MVP is so stinking hard. It's so hard. You can even have a year like Josh Allen when you went for 40 touchdowns for how about this?
Look at you.
40 total touchdowns for a 5th straight year. No other quarterback in NFL history has ever done it 3 years in a row.
No.
And he's not going to win it.
Look, Arsene Lamar. Josh Allen is awesome. He really is. And what he's doing is awesome. But Lamar did that and more. He was like, hey, I'll throw for 41 touchdowns, and if you want me to do it every year, I could.
This is a true MVP campaign from Lamar. Those 2 guys, man, what a case. It's kind of an all-timer, those 2 against one another. And we still don't know how that's going to work out, by the way. So, like, Lamar got first-team All-Pro.
Yeah.
And typically, first-team All-Pro at the quarterback position wins the MVP. But it has happened. It has happened. And it happened here in this town. I believe the year that John Elway won MVP, Joe Montana actually was voted first-team All-Pro.
And everybody thought Joe was gonna win it.
Yep, and because typically that's the way it works. And Lamar will probably win this award. It's just crazy that they're meeting now in the playoffs. It's really nuts.
It's the battle.
It's really nuts.
And if I'm Bo, I'm watching this matchup saying, okay, like this is who I have to compete against.
Right.
For a very long time now. And if I want to at some point win an MVP, I have to be doing what these two men are doing, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And that it takes people being around you, the talent, making sure Sean's on his A game all the time. It's not just about Bo. It's about the people around him and the coaching staff. And then, of course, Bo Nix has to go out there and produce.
Yep. Who do you think the 4 best quarterbacks in the NFL are right now?
I think it's Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen,
I agree.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so you threw in a 5th one there.
I had it just top 5. That was in my head.
So if it was top 4,
those 4 are the ones.
It's Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow, right? I agree with you. What do they all have in common?
They're in the AFC.
They're all in the AFC.
That's scary.
Bo Nix was born into a snake pit of Hall of Fame quarterbacks. We are seeing the level in the AFC at the quarterback position be as high as we've seen it. I mean, this is, it's
all right. So you asked me that question after saying what you just said about who Bo Nix has to compete against.
Yeah.
In the AFC alone.
Yeah.
Can you see Bo Nix winning an MVP with all these quarterbacks that are in the same division as him?
It's more unlikely than likely, obviously. I mean, winning an MVP is just so hard. And that's why I said what I said. Like, Josh Allen, with no first-team All-Pros, Emmanuel Acho said if Josh Allen brings the Bills to the playoffs this year, this is in July, if he brings them to the playoffs this year, he should get the MVP. Because they got no talent there. No one's talking about Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, these guys.
But I'll tell you what,
and
those guys are better than what people are giving them credit for.
Well, Josh is also elevating them like Nikola Jokic of the AFC. so it's
no credit for nobody else, huh? No credit for nobody else.
They're fantastic players, but I think Josh is getting the best of them. But what I'm trying to say is, like, for Bo, like, winning an MVP, like, you can have a year like Josh Allen's having and still not win the award.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's insane.
So it's more unlikely than not. But I think the overall point for me is the fact that it lives within the realm of possibility if you catch all green lights.
And the Denver Broncos like to catch all the green lights. And anything is possible, like we have said. Bo Nix can go out there and do it. He has everything. He has the tangibles and the intangibles to do it.
Well
Zach.
said, yes.
He has all of it.
Yes.
Now, he has to get there. He has to have a little luck, stay healthy, add a couple pieces. But that's why I'm not ready to say it. I can't visually say, oh, Bo Nix is going to win or he can win it right now. Like, I think that it's there for him.
Yeah.
There's like Joe
Burrow. I know.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. And that's why I need to see some more of the it factor.
Jaden Daniels is coming.
Jaden Daniels is coming. You said Bo has it.
Yeah.
I want to see more of it then.
Yeah. And again, this is a forecast, right? This is like a 10-day forecast.
As they get older.
Yeah. And I will be betting Jaden Daniels to win MVP every single year until he wins it because that dude is a freaking dynamo. But, Bo, do you remember that play at Oregon that Sean was talking about when I've never seen it. You said you've never seen it. Sean said he's never seen it, where the tackle and the D end were grappling, and Bo slipped underneath them like a London Bridge.
Yeah.
He slipped
like
through,
he's limboing.
Yeah, like he limboed through a tackle and a D end in conflict. And made a throw, and it's just like, what? I think those plays are coming once he gets more comfortable, and we see some off-script stuff from him.
Well, that's the it factor there.
Right.
That right there will put you in the category of the Lamar Jacksons and Josh Allens as you get going, if you could do it consistently enough.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on a consistent basis, then you're going to be up there with the best.
All right, here's a general manager. Oh, by the way, you know what else we learned today at this press conference? This man, Bo, he's got some Kobe in him.
Oh!
He's got some Mamba in him.
Don't you dare.
Yes, I'm daring.
Don't you dare.
After Kobe, now it's not a perfect analogy, and analogies aren't supposed to be perfect. Okay?
I don't even think you. I don't like you even talking about Kobe or somebody else right now, especially a rookie.
Hear me out. When Kobe won his first championship, this was the initial fracture between he and Shaq. They win the championship. They beat no, it wasn't the Nets. Nets came last. It was Indiana Pacers initially. It was Pacers, then they beat the Sixers with AI, and then they beat J-Kidd and the Nets. They said the next day, Kobe was in the gym alone. Shaq didn't touch a basketball. Walked on a beach all offseason and played his way into shape and ended up winning another championship. Kobe never left the gym. We learned in that press conference today, Bo is at the facility today. Bo is at the facility yesterday. He is a Rookie of the Year candidate who just brought a team to the playoffs. And
everybody's excited.
And
Bo
he's
is excited.
He's right back in the facility, Phil. He's got a little Mamba mentality in there.
All right.
Is that fair?
Right.
Is that fair?
If you want to,
a little bit.
I'm not placing anybody with Mamba right now. But what I will say is Bo Nix has that CEO energy. He wants to be great.
He's obsessed.
He's obsessed with his work. And if he can stay consistent throughout this whole offseason, which I think he will, he's coming from a family where his dad was a coach, that he can build up to being like Kobe Bryant and that Mamba mentality.
It's a lifestyle for him.
It is a lifestyle.
I want my quarterback to live it, not play a role. This is your lifestyle, man.
But Kobe?
Oh, my God. Here's George Payton. Talking about Bo's rookie year. What are the next steps to get better?
You all saw it. A pretty incredible rookie year. Bo was a pro the minute he walked in the building for rookie minicamp. You saw the poise throughout the season, poise beyond his years, poise, for a rookie. Just the leadership. He was a captain as a rookie, and that's tough. And, man, the team embraced him. And so you just look at that, the intangible piece, and then you look at the talent, what he did on the field. A lot of the games looked like they did at Oregon, very accurate, can process, makes quick decisions. He doesn't put the ball in harm's way too often. Third least sacks, we talked about that all through the draft process. You saw the arm. He's got really good arm talent. And so I think the thing that you search for through the draft process is he never flinched. We'd be behind in games. We always came back, didn't always win them. We're always looking for that it factor. I talked about it with you guys previously. And you go to Kansas City, that tough environment, he brings us back in field goal range. The Raiders, you can name a bunch of games. Cincinnati, that's a tough place to play. And Bo, man, he raised the level of everyone around him. And so I feel like he has that it factor. Things he need to work on, the coaches will get with him. He knows he has a lot to work on to get to where he wants to be. And that's his mindset. He's been here. It's like, Bo, you got to take a little break. He was here today. He was here yesterday. And so I'm sure he'll get away from it and then jump into it.
They literally have to tell, Bo, hey.
This is the owner telling Bo he needs to relax.
Or general manager.
manager.
Yeah. No, think about that. Hey, Bo, hey. This is why I'm having some fun talking about Kobe and that mindset, but
I don't know, Zach. You sounded serious right there.
Well, I am kind of serious because I think, it's unfair to both parties because Kobe's a 5-time champion, one of the greatest players to ever play, and Bo just played in his first playoff game, so it's not fair to anyone. But I'm just bumping my gums on the radio, and when I find out that this rookie quarterback, who we already know is wired the way that he's wired, with that CEO energy and with that obsession to get better, and you're hearing that he's already back at the facility.
Yeah.
I think there's just something to that. I think it's really, really important.
It's very important, Zach. I think the one thing that sticks out for me, and when you have a quarterback that can go through tough times and never flinch.
Yes, I love that part of it.
You're talking about a rookie quarterback that this is your first time going through all this. This is your first time being in games that matter. This is the first time where you have to drive down and win the game for us, but yet you have ice in your veins.
Yes.
That's a great sign.
In Arrowhead. As a first-year player.
Up against Patrick Mahomes.
Who was undefeated.
And
he outplayed him, Phil.
Outplayed him.
We
won that
him.
game.
Yes.
We won the game.
Yes. Thanks, Alex. I'm sorry.
Leave my man alone.
I'm sorry.
You don't think he's still
that
feeling
wasn't
that
right.
pain?
That wasn't right. But I got to shoehorn it in there because that was a freaking Heisman moment.
Kick my man when he's down again?
No, I'm not kicking anyone.
You're good, Alex. You're good. And then you turn around and thanks to Alex. We didn't beat the Chiefs.
Oh, my God. Roddy Piper, old wrestler, once said, I would never hit someone when they're down. I kick them. It's easier. Now, I'm curious, man, because there was a moment in this press conference, and it was the one moment on the Sean Payton side where I was like, whoa. And listen to this. He's talking about the difference of injuries these past 2 years compared to years past.
The injury data, I could give you the graph. I think 32 teams a year ago, we finished first. This year, we're currently second from the, I don't want to use the wrong word, but from what was taking place prior. All right. And that's a credit to Bo Lowry. It's a credit to the training room, the strength and development. It's a credit to everyone involved. And, that there's a lot that goes into that. And then if you're finishing towards the bottom, there's a lot that goes into that too. And you've earned that. And I know Greg, everyone involved in the process is really excited, because here's the thing. You're also selling to your players, and now your players are wanting to be here for the recovery. They want to be here for the off season. They want to be here lifting. They want to be here. They're not all disappearing to the satellite private workout expert facilities that are supposedly that they're staying here, and there's more than a year of proof. There's 2 years of proof, and for those prior that it didn't work out so well for, tough. That's just what it was. They earned those numbers. When you have 134 players miss games because of injury, something's wrong. And then when you have 30-something 2 years in a row, something's right.
All right. Now, I am not trying to start trouble, but I have working ears and an actively working brain.
Yeah.
That sounds like a shot at the previous operation.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess, and this is just a little bit uncomfortable here, because Lauren Landau has incredible relationships with so many people
a lot of
in
those
town.
Players, a lot of those players, a lot of those people.
And I know you have a great relationship with them too,
do.
but it felt like, you tell me if I'm crazy, it felt like Sean Payton was taking a shot there.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely was taking a shot when he didn't have to. Like, I guess for me, it's like the past is the past. This is like you were successful last year being healthy, this year being healthy, but then you're still taking a shot,
right,
when it doesn't need to be
and
taken.
He wasn't even here.
No, he wasn't here yet. And on top of that, it's like, let's be real. What is the biggest reason, and why was the biggest reason why Sean decided to come to the Denver Broncos? Because of Greg Penner and the ownership and the money. When I was playing with the Denver Broncos, we didn't have things that I know that they have in that building now. We didn't have the nutritionists, or 2 or 3 of them. When I was in Miami, there was 4 nutritionists that were working with us. I don't know how many that are in that building now, but I know when I was with the Denver Broncos, there was one of them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot. Like, yeah. You could say, hey, my people came in and helped out because that's what it is, and you're going to hype up your people. But, like, make no mistake about it. When you have the money, you have the resources, it's going to help out. There was another gentleman in there that's not there anymore that could have been one of the bigger reasons why things weren't moving in the right direction. And I'm not going to say no names, but, like, let's be real. Like, there's facts out there.
A longtime trainer, maybe?
Maybe not. I'm just going to put it out there.
Was that interesting or what?
Very interesting.
Wow. I mean, he said, I don't want to use the wrong word here talking about, and I was like, whoa, what does he really want to say? And then he eventually got there, said, you earned those numbers. That was, I did not see that coming.